Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Batman and Joker, The Deadly Duo, Book 3 by Marc Silvestri. One of the most anticipated comic books of the past year. Rolling right along, Book 3 of 7. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. And let's get right into it. This is a very cool cover. I feel like this is like a movie poster quality, like as far as the composition and design and the coloring looks good. It's funny because I love that Joker's like cutting out a paper bat here, you know, leaning into the psychosis of the, Joker. DC Black Label, Book 3, Batman and the Joker, Deadly Duel. I wish this was the larger Black Label books. I'm wondering if this is, has just taken so long to come to light because it's like 7 years in the making that they weren't doing the oversized books. I don't know. And maybe they didn't plan for it. I don't know. I feel like it's an art event book. Story and art, Marc Silvestri. Colors, Arif Prianto. Letters by Troy Petiri. This is like Marc Silvestri's first pencils, interior pencils in a long time. He doesn't usually write, I don't feel. He often works with a co-writer. At the first couple of issues, it took me a minute to warm up to the inking style because, Marc Silvestri seldom, if never, inks his own stuff. And it looked really different. You'll get to see in the back because there's some uncolored pages. But the blacks aren't super black. They're a little gray and muddy, and that kind of threw me off. They do look a little darker now that maybe I feel like now that a couple of issues have come out, maybe they were able to make some tweaks in the printing. Seeing, it's always going to look different printed than it is on the computer screen. And I have to say, since Marc Silvestri is like a Top Cow guy and Image Comics guy, one of my bitches about like early Image Comics, especially like Wildstorm and Top Cow, is that the colors were so freaking dark. Like it just totally like murked up the art, and I wasn't crazy about that. But still very like exciting and like advanced coloring for the day, of course. But once again, I feel like once it's printed, it's always going to look different. So I feel like sometimes those things take years to figure out. I don't know. So anyway, for some strange reason, Batman and the Joker have to team up, and what could go wrong, right? I don't know. Joker has a bag on his head. He's like sitting in the Batcave. Batman but like there's a secret enemy like pulling the strings, forcing Batman and Joker to work together. I feel that's a little bit of a stretch of our suspension of disbelief. Like, honestly, I guess it does make for a cool concept, except for the fact that, do we really need another freaking Joker story? I don't know. Everything is Batman and Joker. Of course we need this one because it's Marc Silvestri doing Batman and the Joker. And perhaps it was planned at a time when, less than 84% of the books coming out of DC were Batman related. But hey, supply and demand, give the people what they want, I guess. Like I said, the art really finally clicked for me. I feel like they took care of the digital inking a little bit. Like it looks more black than it had in the prior two issues, and that makes me happy. We have so many great like money shots of Batman going on. Like I love this page here. I can only imagine the bazillion dollars. I feel like Marc Silvestri original art sells for bonkers amount of money, and I feel like this definitely would, if he's even selling it, which I don't know, he shouldn't. Or he should, why not? Why not make 7 times whatever DC paid you to do this? I have to say it's so funny because my introduction to Marc Silvestri was pretty much like, on his run on the X-Men. I feel like I might have seen some of his art before that. So he was always like a very superhero artist in my mind. And then, he went and did his thing at Top Cow and started doing like Witchblade in the Darkness. And I have to say, like, just looking at these pages, obviously the creepy, dark stuff is really, where Silvestri shines a lot. This is a good art book. I have to say, considering, you know, Silvestri isn't super known as a writer, I think that the story beats are done well. I feel like, you know, it doesn't scream like artist who can't write. I mean, he's written for years, so it's not like he doesn't have any credibility when it comes to writing. But I feel like it's always kind of hit or miss if an artist who isn't necessarily known for their writing does write. I mean, sometimes you do notice a few hiccups here and there, like some of the dialogue is a little, like, eye-rolling. But other than that, like, I definitely think this is an event book worth the hype. Except, I mean, I don't know, Joker does look creepy with this Ed Piskor Red Room mask on, but do we need it, the whole book? I really like this panel here. I mean, of course, you know, Batman punching the Joker, what's not to love? But I just feel like it all came together pretty well. What's happening here? I love Silvestri's design of Gotham City. I mean, obviously, it's very New York. I feel like Gotham City is what? Like a hybrid of New York and Chicago. Because there was, like, this subway scene, and I didn't realize that Gotham had subway. Like, am I stupid? Does everybody know that? I guess they do. Like, I feel like I'm remembering now. This is, I mean, talk about money shots, right? What a great page this is. Joker and Batman coming out of the Batplane. Like I said, I love, let's see, this Wayne Tech. Like, I love the kind of, what do you call it? Art Deco, a little bit look. I think works well for Gotham City. Very creepy cliffhanger and rolling right along. Next issue will be dead halfway through, and I think it's going pretty well. Like I said, once I get past the fact of Joker and Batman working together, which... Thank God it's not a monthly. Who needs that on a regular basis? But see, here we go. The art is looking so good, so moody. I love the establishing shots that Silvestri does. Like, he is just kind of a master of shade. Like, in a way that, you know, Bernie Wrightson kind of was with a lot of the textures and things that he's adding. Just getting... lights and darks and pulling them out in sort of unconventional ways. I just think it looks so good. I love it. Very signature Silvestri. I would kind of like to know, I mean, the inevitable noir edition will come out, right? I hope he writes like an extensive foreword and goes into sort of his artistic process a little. And I'd even like to know what kind of like, you know, if he's using micron pens, this looks a little markery, but you don't know. You can't, I mean, this could be brushwork here. And, you know, there are different kinds of ink. Like, if you're an old school inker, like John Byrne uses, like, Black Magic India ink, and half the time it looks like crap. But it prints. It prints black as can be, but for some reason, it looks kind of gray and muddy and not my favorite. You know, a lot of people never considered that people would collect original comic art. They were just doing it for print. And my, how things have changed. Look at that beautiful page, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to own that? That is really cool. I would love to see this as like the cover of the Batman Noir Inevitable collection. Anyway, issue 3. Did you really think it would be so easy that you could simply step into my world and write your own rules? Very cool quote. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Marc Silvestri, Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo, issue 3. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.